Hi, it's Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions. And this week we are talking all about financial wellness. So we are following the key steps to happier and healthier living workbook, and we are moving right along. We have defined what success is. We have set up goals and a vision for success. We have looked at what success is and what it isn't, and looking what our internal values are. Identifying accountability and vulnerability, looking at decision making, and now we are at financial wellness. So it's kind of a touchy topic this week, crammed right in the center of our group, of this workbook of growth and finding our happier and healthier self. But it's such an important lesson. And so right now we're going to talk about values and the value that we have within ourselves, because what we find is that sometimes, especially when it comes to finance, we are not spending and we are not saving within our values. We're spending and saving within our trauma. And we're going to talk more about that in the next video. But for here, what I want us to do is look at what our values are. So you can do this in a couple of ways. You can do the free association. So you put money or value or spending in the center, or saving in the center of a page. Set a timer for about 3 to 5 minutes and just free associate whatever you want. Put every word that comes to mind. Remember, there's no shame in this game. We're just trying to find awareness. And so we're just trying to find what's in our mind, what's in our subconscious, and do that for about a week. Because what you're going to find is what immediately comes up may be more trauma ridden than what comes up like after you've sat with it for a couple of days and you've done it again. You can see a shift in that. And then you start seeing, like, what are my values? Am I looking at financial security? Am I looking at the freedom to spend? Am I looking at a debt-free life? Am I looking at the ability to help others? The comfort of retirement and being able to retire early, the experiences that I want, and to be able to travel, or material possessions. Do I really, put my value in the possessions that I have? I need a certain car. I need to live in a certain neighborhood. I need to have a certain kind of house or amenities. Or do I just want to build wealth? I want this to be something that I can pass down. I want the legacies, and I want my money to be legacy for my heirs. And so those are the main priorities. And what we're trying to do is, what do we connect with? And we want to subconsciously figure out what that is, because remember when we did the value setting exercise, and you can go back to that video, what we found is that the first run at our value exercise was all perceived expectations, what we thought we needed in order to connect to external validators to define success. And it's only when we dug within did we find what our true priorities were. And so that is a part of it. As you look at your spending and saving, you start to look at what are your priorities versus what are the priorities put on you, and what are your perceived expectations from social media and from outside influences that tell you how you should spend or save your money. And so, a lot of this is, how much value do I truly have for myself? Do I find myself getting money and then burning it? Do I find myself being mindful in my spending? Do I find myself spending just to spend? Or I spend when I am anxious or bored or sad? So is there an intention behind my spending and saving? And if there's not, what intention would I want to put around my spending and saving? And so that's a lot to piece through, and great to have a coach to talk about, because I think that it's such a stigma finances are such a stigma, and so we don't really know what to navigate. We kind of know what we want and we know what we don't want, but we really don't know the path to either or away from either. And we really are kind of doing what was taught of us or what was traumatized to us, right? And so it's a hard road to walk, but the more that you connect with your own values, your own sense of self, the more that you are connecting with your spending and saving values, the more that you are internalized and the more that you let go of the traumas and the perceived expectations and the external validators, and you're able to live within and build the value within yourself. So I hope this helps. We've got a lot of great things that we're going to talk about this week. So keep coming in, subscribe so that you can get up to date on all of these great things when it comes to our wealth, our value through our spending and saving. This is Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions. Thank you so much. Hi, it's Jennifer Evans. I hope you are liking my videos. If you do, please comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. If there's topics that you're just dying to know about, and why do I do this and why do they do that? I would love to answer them. I do come from a cognitive behavioral background, but as we see in some of my videos, I love object relations. I love attachment theory. I love Erickson and his psychosocial developmental theories. So I do pull from a lot of different places in order to kind of build out that our thoughts, our feelings, our behaviors, something triggers it and there's always a consequence after it. And that is the beauty of life and why we have a lot more control over our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors than we give ourselves credit for. This is a huge passion of mine, a calling, if you will. And I am here to support you. I've written 2 books and I've got, the goal is 3 a year. So I've got several that are coming out in different, on different topics. But what we have right now, and you can go click on the Amazon link in the video descriptions below, but we have Saying Goodbye to Bad Brain. This is going to go and teach you everything you need to know about your negative narrative. So if you feel like life is hard and it just feels like you don't understand people or you don't understand why somebody you love keeps making the dumbest mistakes and decisions, what is their problem? They have bad brain. Go read about it. Find some empathy. Find some grace, because that is just them recapitulating their past. And we do it for ourselves and other people do it to us. And so when we know what they're doing, it makes it feel a lot less annoying and a lot more like we have agency over those experiences. So Saying Goodbye to Bad Brain. I also just released, and I'm very excited, is Key Steps to Living a Happier and Healthier Life. This is a workbook that is going to help you define what your values are, what success is for you, and what your vision of success, and it is going to go through everything that stresses us out and makes us live in suffering and despair, allow that bad brain to get involved, and instead of living in the present. So this will go through all the main things: building a work-life balance, being able to be good enough, finding radical acceptance, decision making, which who would have thought that that was something, but it really breaks everything down that prevents you from living a happier and healthier life, and then allowing you to challenge those thoughts so that you can. So these are the key skills. So in my practice, I take the ABC model from Albert Ellis, through CBT. And I kind of open it up to this kind of overarching trajectory. And so we have awareness, acceptance, action. So the 3 A's of my treatment support with others, whether that's coaching or in therapy, through my books, and I have success groups as well. So I've got a lot of supports, and I use the same model. And that is, we need to build awareness about kind of why we do the things we do. We accept it. We don't agree, but we accept, okay, this is kind of my trajectory. I can see how it all comes together. I see trending patterns. I see how I act the same way. Actually, I get frustrated, but yet I'm acting the same exact ways because it is predictable, because that's my brain. It's bad brain working. It's a really good book. And so then we have action. And so I teach you lots and lots of ways to understand what the brain is doing and how to counter, how to challenge, counter, and do opposite actions. And so we have lots and lots of ways. The Bad Brain book has tons of ways in which we do that. And then the workbook has ways to start reflecting. We have exercises, activities, and journal prompts. And this book will actually, Key Steps to Living a Happier and Healthier Life, will follow my success group. So it is a 6-month success group. We break it down into 9 weeks. This is part 1, is living a happier and healthier life. Then we're going to have, we also have a part 2 section and a part 3. So you can come in at each of those sections, and it will have a continuous flow. Part 2 is our emotional regulation. So we're really looking at the relationship we have with ourselves and how the bad brain comes in and makes us reactionary, and how to calm and be more action oriented. Part 3 is interpersonal skills. How do you relate with others? How do you make yourself available? The key to life is you can't control the outcomes. You got to put all those processes out there. How do you put yourself out in that process to help others and to let others help you? That is section 3. We do have a subscription program, so accountability is everything, and it is in my first part of this workbook. So you can sign up, go to my website, counselingwellnesssolutions.com. It is in the description, and check out all of these great programs that I have set up to help everybody live a happier and healthier life, no matter where your state of change. Thank you so much. Please like and share my videos. I would appreciate it. Thank you.